For a nonprofit organization, if it's an international nonprofit organization, involving 3 languages, English, Chinese, and Korean, this is a very great nonprofit. If the nonprofit showed us the responsibility of bringing a renaissance of traditional Chinese culture to the whole world, this is serious. It's a very serious platform, right? So I think for us, our role is not to glorify ourselves because we are very limited. Whatever you and me have, we are limited. But the great amount of resource and people and the talents are all over the place in this world. And if we can serve the role of bringing all these people together, that is the greatest honor for us. Agree?
That's correct.
Yeah. Our greatest honor is to be able to follow our Creator's calling and build a nonprofit organization to allow all the great talents to be gathered together for the rectification of the human moral world, right? To bring light and to bring order and to eradicate people's evil minds is not going to be done by one individual or 2 or 3. It is going to be basically by the best of all working together. Only that can be done. And we can at least serve as the mediators to allow the best to be gathering together by calling upon those people to work together with a very noble mission announced day in and day out to the world people. Right? So that's what I start to meditate over, how we're going to be able to do the Sacred Virtual Institute work upcoming. You and me supposed to constantly broadcast our mission and our understandings and call upon those who are inspired by this mission to come on board and work together. And then, the world leaders also must be contributing big time to this platform, right? The time Confucius, when he was alive in the world, and his students were all the kings, right? He traveled all over the place to preach to the leaders of the nation. The many nations, right? National leaders. Confucius took them as his students, right?
Yeah.
To allow them to understand, the moral principles of to be a great leader. So now the great leaders really need guidance. Right? Mr. Trump needs big time guidance too. And Mr. Biden too, right? Yeah. And Mr. Xi Jinping too, right? Big time, Yeah, all the world leaders right now, they really need to calm down and listen to the truth of salvation and stop pursuing for name and profit and stop using the people as the tools for their own glory. No one is allowed to do that. The Chinese leader, the Korean leader, the American leaders, they must learn moral principles to be great leaders, right? Agree? Yeah. So we shall work ourselves actively in these areas. Yeah.